guys, yeah, I bet you didn't expect this video. Not from me anyway. So yeah, hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm doing a prep with me for going to college. Yes, you heard that right, your girl's going back into education. So yeah, I'm just gonna explain sort of what's going on, what's the vibe, you know, because obviously you'll not know because I've been keeping it a secret. So everyone, basically, yeah, I'm doing a prep with me for back to college. I've got to college, everyone. So if you don't know already, I am 19. I'm 19-year-old. So that means I left school when I was 16, high school, in 2020, and that is obviously when we went into the lockdown. I never did my GCSEs. They just took like as mock results and as predicted grades and stuff, because obviously we couldn't sit the exams because of the COVID. So my GCSE results were really good actually. Like I tried really hard at school even though I didn't like school, because like my parents had sort of taught me the right way, you know, like you need to get like your GCSEs, otherwise you'll find it hard to get a job. Do you know what I mean? Like I understood the importance of having qualifications in this day and age. So I tried hard even though I didn't like school, and got some good results in the end. I've always wanted to do like the social media. I do a bit of acting on the side. I'd love that to be like my full-time job, but like I understand that it's a very competitive industry, do you know what I'm saying? Like I understand that you can't just become an influencer, you can't just become an actress just like that, especially when you're in the middle of a global pandemic, you know what I'm saying? So then after that I went to, you have to stay in education till you're 18 in England anyways, so I went ahead and did my A-levels at sixth form, and I hated that. I'm at the shop now, but I'll continue the story and the process and explanation and everything when I get out. So yeah, I hated college so badly, sixth form, really despised it from like basically the minute I got there. Like I didn't want to go as it was. I felt like after the whole COVID and everything like that, my life was just ruined, and it was like that were it. Like nothing else were gonna come for me. Like I'd just get sort of a standard job, and then I'd never really, sorry that's a bad junction, I'd never really do much more, apart from obviously my little YouTube hustle on the side. Like that was literally it. I didn't really want to go to college, sixth form, sorry, but I did. Well, I started doing history, media and drama. I absolutely loved drama, and I found media fairly interesting. I found the lessons of history very interesting. I'm a very like nerdy sort of person. Like I love history, like that's obviously why I picked it, and the lessons I really did like, but I struggled with like the essay writing, and obviously in the exams it is an essay based subject. I found it very difficult to like score the points you need to score to like secure the grades and stuff like that. And like I never failed an exam. I probably failed the last one I did actually, because I'll explain why. But I never failed an exam, but I weren't getting my predicted grades in it, so it was upsetting me a lot. I felt like a failure. I don't like feeling like a failure. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just upsetting. I found it very difficult, and it was really consuming like all my life. It was ruining the rest of my subjects for me. I just didn't want to go to college. Plus, on top of all this, my first year of college, I was only ever in maximum of 3 days a week, and yeah, that was to do with the COVID. Like we couldn't go in too much. Then we went back into the third lockdown, and then I had to just do like online learning, which was just, it didn't sit well with me. Like, I literally had no life. I was so like upset, like it was not good. So then my second year came around and we were 5-day like in person. After like a month and a bit, I dropped history. I had a big breakdown, like really severe, really upsetting. My life was just a mess. I hated it so much, like I was not in a good way whatsoever. And the primary cause of that was the history. Now, like I said, I did enjoy history. I loved my teacher and everything like that. My class was good. It was literally the fact that like I just couldn't wrap my head around like the exam. In the middle of my exam, like we were doing like, you know, like an end of unit test or something, I just did not know what to write. I just couldn't do it. I remember Ellie, my friend from school, she were in all of my vlogs. She was literally like writing little like things for me to write on a piece of paper, and I just didn't understand it. Like I'd got to such like a mental block where I just actually didn't want to write anything. I just kept going at the toilet. And then at the end, I'd literally like I'd answered one of the questions like quite well, but the other question was the one that I was struggling with. I just literally had written like about this much for it. I just didn't want to do it. Like, to be honest, my mindset was not good. Like, if I had the mindset I have now, maybe I'd have tried better to try and answer it and to try and get something down at least, but I just didn't even want to. I'd made my mind up in that moment that I did not want to continue with the history because it was giving me more problems than it was giving me like successes. I don't know. But yeah, so I was like really upset. So I went to the teacher at the end, and he were a really nice guy. Like, he was probably my best teacher, sorry, that I actually did have at sixth form. And I was just like, listen, like, I don't want you to mark my test. Like, there's really no point you even reading it. Like, I'm not proud of my effort, I'm not proud of my work or anything like that, and it's really got to me and upset me. I started crying in front of him a lot. This was the start of the point where the teachers got very like, they were very worried about me. I don't think they needed to be as worried as they were about me. Maybe, like, we know this guy's a dramatic person, but they kept ringing my mum up and stuff like that, and like they had to get my mum involved about like different sort of things. So in the end we decided that I was going to drop out of history and focus on my other two A levels, and then I also picked up an EPQ, which, if you don't know what EPQ is, it's a dissertation, but you get to choose the topic that you do it about. So I did it on like, my question was, are female celebrities treated fairly in the media, something like that. And I really enjoyed doing that, really enjoyed it, like proper found it interesting, and I ended up getting a B with that. So that were actually my best A-level result as well in the end. But like I said, I did not care to be at A-levels at sixth form. I did not want to be there. If you've watched my vlogs, you'll know that I just did not like it. I didn't want to be there. It was not the thing. It was not, I got off on the wrong foot, and then it continued. I'd just rather have gone to my work and tried to, like, I'd not had a life. Like, I'm saying I'd not had a life. None of us had had a life for all these years when it was the COVID, like the 2 years that were affected by the COVID. None of us had had a proper life. I just wanted a life back. And that were all that were important to me. And to be honest, I don't regret anything. I live with no regrets. And I actually learnt so many things over this time, like, as it were. So then I left college last year, and I took a gap year. I didn't think it was going to be a gap year, but that is in effect what it has been. It's been a gap year. All my friends have just come back home from uni, like they finished their first year of uni. I never wanted to go to uni. The only time I used to want to go to uni was when I used to want to be a vet, which were like back in the day. Oh damn, I took a wrong turn. So after that, when I left college, I I don't know, I scattered around working in a few jobs, and then I found the job that I'm at now, and work full time there. So then I've been doing, I had a bit of like an anxiety attack one day, like really quite a bad one, about like the direction my life was going in, and decided that I actually do want to train in something else and get like a good successful career for myself. So that is what I'm going to be doing. So I've been given my enrollment day. It's not that long from now, it's in like 3 weeks. So I'm starting my preparation now, just because my nails look like this. So this isn't strictly speaking for college, but it's for the college content. So yeah, that's where I am now. I'm getting my nails done, because they really need doing.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. See, no one else can do what you do. That's why I don't mind spend my life with you. I wanna please you in any way I can. I wanna share my world, don't you understand? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give all day long. Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. Turn me inside out, make my heart beat. Need no one else, you're all I need. Personality, everything you do, it's me love, everything about you. Your smile, your style, so fly, you can't deny. I got a crush on you, that's truly. I'm digging you, you make me believe.
So, I've obviously just got out of my brow and nail appointment. I'll take my glasses off so you can see the finished result on my eyebrows. I really like them, honestly. They were so overdue. I've not had them done for 6 weeks because with one thing and another I just could not book in. And then like until 5 weeks away, and then I got that Newcastle collaboration, which was on the day that I was meant to have my nails done, so I had to push it on a further week. And 6 weeks is a long time to not touch your eyebrows, especially when they're as thick and dark as my eyebrows. Like honestly, like you can see they're really like dark, thick hairs. But that is the last time I'm going to be having my eyebrows waxed, unfortunately, just because I'm trying to be a bit more cost efficient, money efficient. I don't know, I'm trying to basically not spend as much money as I am at the moment, so I'm going to keep on top of them and pluck them from home, or I might look about purchasing a waxing kit. I don't know how much I trust myself. I've thought about this before and I've like talked myself out of it because I just don't know if I'll be very good. Like it's a very close call to be like 1 minute you've got eyebrows, next thing you've not. Like you can't really just play at something like this, like waxing your eyebrows. Like, I trust Ella always does a good job, but I can't continue to spend the money for the eyebrows if I want to get my nails done, and I'd rather get my nails done by Ella and try and do my eyebrows myself, because when I tell you that if I tried doing my nails by myself, they would look a hot mess, not like these bad boys. Yeah, I would not be good at doing my own nails, so I'm definitely sacrificing the brow waxing for the nails. But anyways, I'll continue this vlog when I next do something in preparation for my start back to college. So guys, I'm just going to be boiling the kettle, and I'm going to be having a cup of soup. This one is cream of vegetables. So basically, in the start of this video, if you were watching and paying attention, you'll know that I went to primary school, high school, then sixth form, and now I'm going back to college. Yeah, so this is my advice. I feel like I've done it all. I can give you my honest advice. The only thing I've never done is uni. So guys, if you're going to uni, I mean, most of it really does apply still. I'm not going to lie, like it's not that different, but about like moving out and stuff like that, you might need to go and watch somebody else. Oh, I'm going to have to move out right now. Also, this mascara under my eye will go before work, don't worry. I'm gonna have to move. I feel like it's such a big throwback. I'm using my old tripod because I'm filming on my phone. Hey, how you doing? Okay everyone, so into my advice. We're going to start the first one, which I feel like most people say is like, popularity doesn't matter. Like, it actually doesn't. Like, and I feel like a lot of people want to be popular. A lot of people want to fit in with like the cool crew. Shall I tell you something about the cool crew? They're the least cool people in the school, and I can tell you that for free, because honestly I know so many people that were like the popular people at school, and I can almost promise you that I am cooler than them all. I was in actually quite a popular group at school. Like, there was a bigger popular girl group than us in my year at high school. We were like a smaller group, but everybody knew who we were, do you know what I mean? I don't know how I got into that group. Well, yeah, I do actually, I do. My friend Louise was friends with the popular girls that were in our group, and then like, because I was friends with Louise, they sort of brought us in. In fact, no, that's not exactly how it went. Can't really remember how it went. Me and Louise were friends with some other girls, but before I was friends with Louise, I was friends with Mia, who was friends with Georgia. They were like very popular. I was friends with Mia from primary school, and so we all sort of kind of knew each other. Then we fell out with the other two people that we were friends with, me and Louise, and then Me and Louise went with Georgia and Mia, and then all of a sudden Emily just hit me up one day, which I've been best friend, like Emily was my best friend all the way from primary school, like I knew Emily like really well, and she was just like, can I sit with you? And I was like, yeah. And I just basically said to the other girls in the group that she was coming to sit with us. And then from that point on, we were the group. And then a couple of people added, Anya added, sometime like there were loads of girls in this group like for like part of the way through, but these 5 were like the sort of consistent people that I was friends with. And that was that, yeah. But as you can see, I'm just not cut out for the popular lifestyle. Like I was not the stereotypically popular person at school. I tried really hard to follow the makeup trends in high school, and obviously they were very ugly, but I was very on trend with the makeup. Everything else though, it was just like, no. Like, I didn't dress the same way everybody else dressed. I just don't behave the way everyone else behaved, do you know what I'm saying? And that is okay. That's the point of this story, that like I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, and I'm actually more of an interesting person than a lot of people that were popular that I spoke to. And like, that might sound big-headed, but like I'm saying it to tell you that like you've got nothing to worry about being cool. It's just so hot that I want to drink it now. And then in college as well, I have very popular friends, but my friends that were popular in college were like, they were so like me, do you know what I mean? Like, there was me, there was Ellie, and Ellie is really popular, but she's completely her own person. Like, she's got her own style, got her own personality, do you know what I mean? Like, she's not like these like robots, they're all the same. And then Millie and Georgia as well, they were very popular people, but they were just honest, true people. And I think if you're an honest, true person, it's a lot better than, you know, like some popular girls. And this is stereotyping. They're not very nice, quite like they go behind your back, they lie a lot, that sort of thing. I think if you're an honest person, they are the sort of friends you want to have, rather than the really popular ones that probably don't actually care about you. Like, watch Mean Girls. So yeah, that's the whole like popularity thing. Like, if you're gonna be popular, like, it'll just happen. And it's not all it's cracked up to be, do you know, like when everyone leaves school or college or wherever you're going, like everyone will forget about you. Your friends will remember you because they care about you. The random popular people will not care. Like, for example, the popular people in my high school, yeah, I remember the names, but like I don't care about them anymore. By the way, that's not my friends that I don't care about. I just thought I'd make that clear. Like, I don't care about the random popular girls in my year that I just didn't even speak to whilst I was there. Like, nobody cares about you once you've left, unless you were friends with them. And half your friends you will lose. After school, like, you will just grow apart. Like, it's not even like an argument or anything like that. Most of them you will just drift apart from. And like, that's something you've just got to get on with, because that'll happen all the way through life. So yeah, also try your real hardest not to put like drama in the way of your studies. I know what it's like, I've been there. I love a bit of drama in my life, but don't like put it at the expense of the reason that you are actually going to school, which is your education. Like, don't put the social before the study. And that's very hard, especially at the age you are when you're at school, because it's like you just really want to be with your friends and stuff like that. You don't really want to do lessons. I tried really hard in high school, and I'm proud of what I achieved in high school. In college, I really didn't try. And that was for a very different reason. The next one is boys. Boys is a whole topic of itself. If you're trying to find a boyfriend, like, that's where you're going wrong in school, right? Well, in life as well, to be fair, but obviously when it's at school, it's getting in the way of like the education part of school, right? Don't go out searching for a boyfriend. Don't go out searching validation from the males. Right, it's just not a good idea. It's gonna end badly for you. If you are bound to come into a relationship in high school, like, let it happen naturally. Like, I know like lots of my friends had strong relationships in high school, like serious relationships in high school. Don't go looking for it though, like it's really not that necessary. I never had a proper boyfriend all the way through high school and I'm just fine. And yeah, like don't chase the boys, like if anything let them chase you, but like it's not that necessary. Like you don't need a boyfriend at school, like you really don't. Like spend time with your friends and stuff like that. If you get one, it's cool, but it's not necessary. That's what I'm trying to say. Because a lot of people that I know that are boyfriends in high school, they just make you cry, and then you end up crying in your lessons, and then you're not learning in your lessons, and then you want to go home. You don't want to be at school anymore, and it's literally because you're a boy. Do you know what I mean? Like, believe me, I know what it's like to be upset by a boyfriend. I really do. And it's not nice, and it's like something that I'm so glad I didn't have to deal with when I was at school. On the reverse side of not trying to be popular, maybe it's not, just don't be mean. Do not go around thinking you own the place, because you don't. And two, don't be mean. It's not attractive, it's not a good look. Like, girls will not like it if they think you're a mean girl. There's nothing worse than a girl that is mean. A mean girl. Nothing worse. I can't stand them. If you're gonna talk about somebody behind the back, like to your friends or something like that, one, you can never fully trust somebody, even if they're your bestest friend, right? You could be overheard, they could go and tell them, anything like that. And if they come over to you and like, have you said this? You need to be like, yes, I have. Alright, you can't be like, no, I didn't say this, because like that makes you look so bad. Like, anything that you say, you should say it with your chest. You should say it and own that you've said it, even if you've not said it to them. Like, you should not back down and say, well, actually, no, I didn't say that, because that makes you look worse. Like, don't lie. Lying in school is, like, really bad. Lying in the real world is really bad. Don't lie. There's nothing I find more irritating than liars, right? Honestly, I'm probably one of the most honest people you will ever find, right? I hate liars with a massive passion. And it's like, when people lie just for the sake of lying, it's like, I ate Cocoa Pops for breakfast when in actual fact they ate Frosties. I'm like, this is the sort of lying that goes off in schools and college. It's like, why did you need to lie? But are you a compulsive liar? Because I think you might be. Do you know what I mean? It's lying for the sake of lying, and you will find them and you will notice them. Don't be friends with them. You know, I'm not saying be nasty to them, but don't befriend a liar. It'll never turn out well for you. In terms of advice for in the actual lessons, in the actual studying and everything like that, make sure you're switched on. I'm not saying don't have a laugh and a joke with friends, like, let's be serious. I've been there and I've definitely had a laugh and a joke with my friends, right? But like, take notes, try and stay organised. Organisation really helps, especially in high school when you've got like 11 different subjects or whatever you're doing. Keep sort of an organisation sort of thing. If you're going into like year 10 or year 11 in the UK and you start your GCSE content, start from the beginning prepping your flashcards and your revision materials, because that's really going to help you. Because what happens is you'll get to, I don't know, February before your exams start in like, what, 3 months time from February or something like that, and you will have to write all your revision material, and that is basically wasting the time that you're going to be like actually using it. So if you made it as you go, you can use it just in these 3 months, and actually you're gonna use the material that you've made to revise from. You're not just making it for no reason. That's the same in sixth form. I actually did drop out of history after my first year, but the whole of that year I made my flashcards, and like after each lesson I'd turn my notes into flashcards if you've got like a free period, or just like as a bit of homework. Keep up to date with your homework. I can proudly say that in the whole time I was at high school, I never failed a piece of homework. I never didn't hand it in. I never forgot it even. Even if I forgot it, I feel like maybe I might have forgot sometime, and I literally got my grandma to bring it. Like, that is how I like made like a little goal before I started high school to never fail a piece of homework, and I never did. You know, keep a planner. If the school doesn't provide you a planner, go and buy a little planner, or even just a notebook. Anything you can write on, even in your phone or on your laptop, something like that. And keep track of like what's due today, what you need to do when you get home, what you need to do in your free periods. Like, keep a planner or a diary, something like that that's going to keep you nice and organised so you don't forget about anything, because there's nothing worse than like being sat in the class and thinking, oh, that was due in today, and you literally forgot about it. That happened to me so many times in college. Like I said, college, it was a different me. High school is the me you want to be like. People are always going to have opinions about, yeah, they might be nice, they might be not. Just be aware of that. That's just like a tip for life in general. Like, there's all these people and they can all have these opinions about you. Even if they shouldn't say it to you, they still might. So just like, you know, like keep a sort of layer up, keep a tough shell, because not everybody's nice. And like, don't stress yourself out to the point. This is the final piece of advice from me. Do not stress yourself out to the point where you stop enjoying your life. As severe as that, yeah. Because you need to understand that you're a child once. Your childhood's never going to come back, and there's a lot of time to stress about money and all that nasty stuff that you've got to stress about when you're an adult. There's all that time to stress about that and stress about everything. Leave it for when you're an adult. Try and have a good time, a great happy childhood, because then even if it is difficult when you are an adult, you can look back at what a great time you did have, rather than just being stressed 24/7, because you don't know what the future holds. So have a good time whilst you can, whilst you're carefree. I'm not saying you might not be fully carefree, like, I don't know everyone's individual situation, do you know what I'm saying, but like, try and have the most carefree time you possibly can whilst you're still in education, because everyone deserves a good happy childhood and teenhood, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so that is it for my advice. And that is the end of this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so you'll never miss one of my future uploads. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Evie Mitchell, and I'll see you in my next video.